and we're live with Veané Nel. We're going to be chatting to her now about her fundraiser for like international level, world, and oh wait, we're not okay. We're going live on Instagram, but we're not going live on YouTube for some reason. That just kicked us out, but it's cool. We're good. Okay, Veané, welcome. It's very, very good to chat to you again. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, thanks.
Okay, awesome. It's been, we've chatted to you sort of before the Durban SA Strongest Man. We chatted to you after SA Strongest Man. You did really, really, really well. And now we're looking at trying to get you to Texas in November to compete at international level and to basically represent South Africa in strongman, which is really kind of cool. You just before we went on air, we were chatting, and you mentioned that you've received your official invite. What was that like for you?
Basically, just a lot of shock, but also so excited to be having the opportunity to go compete overseas.
Absolutely, I think it's and your first time competing internationally.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Now, my experience in international competition is from powerlifting, and one of the things that's always very, very terrifying is the fact that it can get really, really expensive. And before we went on air, you were mentioning you were looking at about 80 or 90,000 to raise for this trip. I was saying, look, you'd probably be safer looking at a budget of about 100,000. Then you've got a little bit of safety. It's not something that's cheap to do, but it's something that's so important. And I absolutely love the sport of strongman. It's been amazing to see. It's been, to be there dodging the truck while you're pulling it is really kind of cool. Taking photographs, live streaming the event, meeting the wonderful, wonderful athletes. It's something that's really so, so important. And what I wanted to find out from you, perhaps from our viewers who don't know you and haven't met you, don't know so much about strongman, tell us a little bit about yourself and about the sport of strongman.
Um, I started competing at 15 years old. I didn't think the sport was made for women, particularly to compete. I was always trying to compare myself um, to the junior boys because their weights are so heavy and all that stuff. But mostly it's hard work, and most important, it's fun. You must enjoy it while it lasts.
Absolutely. What is strongman and competing in strongman taught you about yourself?
Consistency. Um, you need to be able to focus on your goals
When
and to work for what you want to achieve.
that's I think that's such an important thing. Yeah, and I don't want to sound like an old person here. And funny, just before we went on live, like you can see me trying to get this the webcam to listen to me, but it's not. It's going all over the place. It's like, there we go. Absolutely crazy. So one of the things that we were chatting about just before we went on air as well is, you know, what the sport had meant to you, and you speak about consistency and working towards something. I think it's so important for the younger generation to realize, and I don't want to sound like an old man here, but probably I am an old man, so I don't want to sound like an old guy, but delayed gratification is such an important lesson to learn, and it's such an important skill to develop and acquire, because I think it is a skill, right? When you learn that you got to work towards something, it's going to take a long, 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 long time, but you can work towards it to get it. It teaches you so much about yourself. And how have you felt that you've developed as a person because of the sport that you're involved in?
Confidence, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
What is that
and
confidence? Oh, sorry, go ahead. Yep.
I've learned to not give up you just keep going.
Got to keep pushing. Absolutely. Yeah. When you're at school, and I'm not asking you to name anyone, but have you seen people in your class over the years, in your grade, that have given up, that haven't really had the ability to keep working towards a goal?
Yes,
So, and
a few times.
okay, and it's heartbreaking, right? And the reason that I'm asking this is it's so important when we have a young person like yourself, this amazing young athlete, and you're wanting this opportunity. You've worked very, very hard to, I know we've spoken about this in the previous podcasts, to get to where you are. No one, gets invited to compete at international level in strongman at a world championships, but you have been, and you've proven that. And why I'm saying this is I want to reach out to potential sponsors on your GoFundMe and let them understand the value and the lessons that you can bring back and to share with other young people. And I think, for me, I see you speaking at schools, I see you speaking on the radio, on TV shows, to inspire and educate and to show people what can be done, both parents and students, that it is possible, right? When you started in Strongman, did you think you would be going to represent South Africa at international level?
Absolutely not.
And how is that feeling for you now?
It's amazing knowing I worked hard for it, and now it's finally my chance to compete and to show people what hard work and all the support means to me.
Absolutely. And I think, last time we spoke as well, you mentioned that you weren't really getting a great deal of support from your school because it's not, strongman's a bit of a niche sport. It's not a popular sport yet. Perhaps people don't really understand it. And yet you're winning at national level, and now you're getting an opportunity to go and represent South Africa. When I grew up at school, I didn't play rugby. I didn't play any of the popular sports. I did martial arts because that's where I felt comfortable. And there are so many kids that don't feel comfortable participating in traditional sports: rugby, cricket, netball, hockey, swimming, athletics. That we don't fit in. But when we find a sport that we fit in with and with a wonderful community, it can be life changing for us. What was finding the strongman community like for you, and what did it mean for you? Like finding your place.
It was like feeling home. All those people supporting you, doing the same sport as you, knowing they worked hard for what they're achieving, and overall, they just it's the place where you belong.
Yep.
That's how it feels.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you've seen kids at school that also, like you, maybe didn't want to participate in the traditional sports, right? And if you're not participating in sport, what are you doing with your time? Probably not such good things. So, what would you say to the kids who don't feel they fit in, about thinking about maybe doing strongman?
For me, it's like, why do you want to fit in when you can stand out?
Oh, I love that. Hold on. Got to give you one of those. That's awesome. Just will you say that again?
It's
Why do you want to fit in when you can stand out?
yes.
Absolutely. There you go. That's the message of the podcast, and that's a good enough reason for people to sponsor you. Do you want to tell us a little bit more about what that means to you?
Mostly just stepping out of your comfort zone, try new things. You'll never know if you're meant for something if you don't try.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. And I think it's, you got to try different things. And when you find what you want and you find what you love, you got to stick with it. So,
Yes.
what can you tell us a little bit about the competition in Texas? And then we'll also talk about another Africa champs that's taking place in Rustenburg in October, I believe. So, tell us about Texas. What can you expect? What are you expecting?
So in Texas, I'm going to compete at juniors, not open class. So they I think it's once a week they release an event. So I looked at some of the events and it's going to be different.
Okay. So,
It's really going to take hard work.
oh, wow. So you don't even know yet what you're going to be participating in.
Not all the events, no.
Wow. I think that's something that makes Strongman so special is that each competition can be different and you've got to sort of be training for everything, right? It's not like a traditional powerlifting or a weightlifting competition or, athletics competition. That's very cool. We got a message for you here from Rudy and he says, well said. Absolutely. I mean, I love that. Why fit in when you can stand out? That's it. Absolutely. So when will you know closer to the time what the events are going to be?
So there's 4 events released already. So once a week they send a post on Instagram what events there's gonna be.
Awesome.
So it's exciting to know you think it's this, but it's not actually that. So they like to keep you on your toes.
That's it. Yeah, I think if we look at South Africa on the whole, I think we have the highest youth unemployment in the world. We've got massive unemployment. Multinational companies. I just heard Goodyear is leaving South Africa. All of these they've closed down. They've left. All of these companies, are leaving South Africa. We've got load shedding. We've got all of these challenges that we're facing, but particularly for the youth, that really the future is not looking very bright, and ways to develop, as you said, confidence and delayed gratification and all of these wonderful things, learning to work towards something, are these things that can be done in Strongman. And I think my understanding of Strongman is that it's something that can be trained simply by carrying around heavy weights. If you got a bag of concrete or a concrete block or a bar or a car, an axle, all of these different things that you can work with, you might not have access to a gym, but there are always ways. And I know on Instagram, it's such a wonderful community within Strongman that you guys would be happy to reach for anyone to reach out to you and ask for advice. And the reason that I'm saying this is, again, for potential sponsors, we have an opportunity for a young athlete in South Africa to go and represent at a sport that is very low barrier to entry, until you need to get into a gym to work with a specific equipment. But it's very simple to start building strength and competing. And we need to support you so that you can go and represent South Africa, come back and share with us what you've done and what you've achieved. I mean, even just qualifying is the most amazing achievement, and it's something that's absolutely incredible. So we've got like 6 weeks or probably a month to raise that 100,000 rand to get you there. We're going to be working hard to do that as well. So you're such a wonderful ambassador for our country, Veané. It's been great to chat to you, to watch you compete. You fight those deadlifts and those log presses and those truck pulls and the yoke. You fight, and I think as an example of such a fighter, when you know how to fight, that's really when you can start to grow and develop and evolve into a person who has better opportunities. The more we can fight, the more opportunities we can get. So, yeah,
Yes, that's true.
I have Etienne Brits here has sent a message. Between her and Darren, the future of Strongman looks bright. Absolutely. Going to give you another one of those because I'm even a clap of thunder because that's absolutely epic. It's really, and I think we need to get behind you. And that's why I'm very grateful that we were able to get you on and to chat with you as well. Tell us about the GoFundMe. Where do people find you? What's it called? How do people get behind you and support you?
On my Instagram there's a bio, back a body. It
Okay,
has all the information on how I started, how my journey is going, all the needed information. There's a link to my YouTube channel,
awesome.
a Facebook and Instagram if they want to check it out.
So let me change this up then quickly. and we're going to put your Instagram handle on there quick. So it's pro_am. Am I right?
Yes.
Pro_am_strongman. I think this is it. Let me know if I got it right, because other than messing up names, I mess up spelling. How's that? Pro-am strongman. Have we got it?
It's correct.
Yes, excellent. Woohoo! I'm giving myself one of these. So there we go. Go and follow Veané on her Pro-am Strongman Instagram account. Go check out the bio and go support her on Backer Buddy. We got to get you to Texas. We got to get you to have that wonderful opportunity to represent South Africa. And then more importantly, I know what you're going to come back with, what you're going to bring back, and what you're going to be able to share, particularly, I think, with the youth, with younger people, with juniors, sub juniors, is going to be invaluable. And you're an incredible inspiration. And it's one day I want to lift what you lift when I'm big. Okay. Because I'm still a kid. Oh, no, you're super strong. Like, I mean, just the watching you press, watching you deadlift, it was amazing to see, and really, really awesome. And I see our good friend Simon has just joined us. Simon is a phenomenal powerlifter. He's a Commonwealth powerlifting champion, multiple international and national victories as well. And I think you may have a bigger press than him. I'm just putting that out there. So, Simon, let us know what you press in the comments, please. And we can set up a head-to-head with you and Veané. So Simon's really also the most wonderful athlete, and I had the opportunity to go overseas with him and watch him represent South Africa. So that's something very special. And I know what he's brought back to the communities that he's involved in is invaluable to them. And I cannot wait to get for you to go and to come back. And then I think I'm going to have to act as your press agent, get you in front of all the newspapers, the magazines, and the TV shows. But I think we need to start doing that now, so we can get the support you need. 100,000 Rand seems like a big target, but I don't think if we break it down across this country and across this world, it's going to be too big. So I know I've spoken a lot because I'm very, very passionate about this. And, because I think you're such a wonderful ambassador, not only for the sport, but for South Africa. And you deserve to get overseas and to have that opportunity to compete internationally.
Thank you.
Sure. From your side, is there anything else you'd like to talk about or to share?
Only that we have two big competitions lining up.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about those. What are the next two comps?
So I have one demo I'm going to attend in September.
Okay.
Basically, just to show everyone, women can also do the sport, and they should try it. Then October it's Africa's
Yes.
strongest man, and then November it's the big one.
Is Texas. So where is the demonstration one taking place?
It's at Umaramba in Rustenburg.
Okay.
The 6th September.
The 6th of September. Okay, fantastic.
Yes.
And then Africa's Strongest Man is also in Rustenburg.
Yes.
Cool. The one thing that I love about powerlifting and my involvement in the community is I get the opportunity to chat with some incredibly strong women, just both mentally, physically, and spiritually. And it's the most wonderful, wonderful thing to see, because I firmly believe South Africa is only, we may be in a challenging position, but we would be far worse off as a country if it wasn't for our women, because I think our women keep us to a large extent on the straight and narrow. They keep we are good people, we are kind people, and that comes from our mothers and our grandmothers primarily. Those are the hard workers, the ones holding everything together when it feels like it's falling apart. Not to say that the dads and men aren't doing their part, but the South African women are absolutely incredible. And it's a wonderful thing to see you promoting strength and showing ladies and girls that they are stronger than they believe. What is the development of your strength, you getting stronger, meant to you?
It's meant a lot to me because, if I look where I started compared to where I am now, mentally I'm stronger, physically I'm stronger, and everyone before when I just started strongman, all the guys were like, "No, the sport is meant for men only. You'll never achieve this, and you'll never make it." I mean, look where I am now.
Yep,
I'm
absolutely.
in South Africa. I'm competing in open class pro am, and now I'm going internationally. So
Absolutely
it's a
phenomenal.
big deal.
It's a very, very big deal. And it's absolutely wonderful to see you grow and develop, even in the short time that we've been chatting to you. Because, speaking to you on the podcast, I have to share this with the listeners, and I hope I don't embarrass you. You're very quiet, you're very reserved, you're very polite. But shall I say, on the battlefield of the strongman competition, you are very, very focused and you're all business. Your hands get around that log or the bar or the yoke, and it's 100% focus and getting stuff done. It's absolutely wonderful, wonderful to see. We got a comment here from you from Simon. Is just a really also an exceptional athlete as well. Someone who's done so well in the sport of powerlifting. Says all the best, Veané. Amazing achievement. Keep it up. So there we go. Oh, thank you, Simon. That's very, very kind of you to say. And then we have another one from Waldo saying Veané with guns. There we go. So, okay. So that's very, very cool. Yep. And hopefully we're going to be getting you a lot more of these messages coming up when you're back or when you're going. But now we have to get you there first. So that's the thing. Come on, South Africa. We've got a responsibility here. So they can go and check out your GoFundMe and or what's it, Backer Buddy, and let's help you get there.
Thank you.
No, thank you for your time, and thank you for what you've shared. It's been absolutely epic chatting to you. Once we end the stream, I'll go back and we'll post it quickly up onto Instagram again and onto YouTube. It's been very special to chat with you. And again, last thing, anything else you'd like to share? I know I've spoken so much. I think I'm a little bit hyperactive on this one, but I know it's very important. This is very important to us.
So I got a DM while on the live.
Okay.
Um, it's a it's a guy saying that he doesn't have the opportunity like we have,
Mm-hmm.
like to go to a gym and to start strongman. When I started strongman, just before I started, I didn't have the funds to go to a normal gym. I made my own weights at home with cement and a, what do you call it, one of those thick water pipes.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to train with that for a few years.
Sure.
You can always start somewhere.
Yeah, and that's something we actually haven't touched on. You're coming from a position that not everything is, it's not everything given to you. You can't go to any gym. You can't go and have a coach 5 times a week, and so you've had to fight for what you want and where you want to be. For building your own weights is the most incredible thing, and I love that message that you said. Right. If you want to start, you'll find a way to start.
Yes.
So, to the young listener who messaged you, maybe can they reach out to you and find out how to make a cement weight and bucket and how to get started, right?
Sure.
Okay, 100%. That's very, very cool. And, it's tough for people out there. It's tough for people to get involved in sport. And, we all think that gym is the answer. And listen, we own we own gyms. That's how we started as Emmet Gyms before we became Emmet Media. Became Emmet Media became part of it, and that's how I make my livelihood. But when I started the gym, I had no money. Like I had no money. I was living. I'd lost a business. I'd lost everything. I was living in an apartment rent free that a friend gave me. There was, to stay in for a couple of months, or it turned into 2.5 years to get back onto my feet. I was sleeping on the floor, and a friend of mine found out that I was sleeping on the floor and lent me a mattress because there was no furniture. And I started the gym there, and I didn't have any equipment, and I started training people in the park. And I started training people for free, and then I started training people for 120. It was 150 rand for two guys, so they're paying 75 rand each a session, and that's how they started, and that's how I started and how we built the gym. And it took a few years before I had money to even buy equipment. I remember buying our first kettlebells. I was so excited from Mr. Price Sport, and little 5 kilo kettlebells. And one day I bought a 16 kilo kettlebell, and it was the single greatest thing in the world. And as you said, if you can start with a bucket with water in it, you start with a bucket with water in it. And if you can put concrete in it, you put concrete in it. If you can start with body weight, you start with body weight, but you just have to start. So thank you for sharing that with us as well.
It's a pleasure.
Okay, awesome. Cool. So hopefully then people will be reaching out and say, okay, how do we get started? And just basically, just get started. Veané, thank you again. Last, one more time, anything else that I'm missing?
Why fit in when you can stand out?
Yeah.
That's important.
There we go. That's it. Why fit in when you can stand out? Damn straight. Absolutely love that. Thank you so much for joining us. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching and for your comments. And Veané, really, we got, South Africa deserves to have you compete overseas and represent overseas, because I know what you can bring back and what it's going to mean to those who are struggling. All right, groovy.
Thank you.
You are welcome. I'm going to end the live stream, and then I'll just chat to you quickly off air. Thank you for your time, everyone. I'll see you in a second.